Kamusta? My name is Vista and good morning to you guys. It's 9:13 a.m. currently here, and let's start off the day. So today I want to talk about the game that started it all, the game that I first released on Google Play. It is called Beep Beep. First, I want to talk about how this game came about to be and what sparked the idea first. So Beep Beep started off as a joke between my family and me. We were joking about, and then the idea came into mind that what if we made this game about this meme, and then it was very funny at first, but then the idea came into mind and it became a reality. So it's really not a joke anymore, and that is the origin of Beep Beep, and its origin is really just a meme. So this game is a 3D voxel type of game. If you don't know what voxel is, it is like a pixel but in a 3D form. So the voxel type of assets are usually seen in Crossy Road and that other type of games. The program that I use is Magical Voxel, which is a voxel type of program that makes you create these 3D assets. So basically, I first started off with a basic Jeep. So actually, the game didn't spark off that easily. I am just playing with Magical Voxel, and then I created this asset, which is the Jeep, and then the idea came to mind, and the joke became a reality. This 3D model sparked off the game, and it started the creation. After I created this 3D asset, I went ahead and go into Unity. In the time that I created this game, I'm not that well versed in Unity and its capabilities, so bear in mind that I am not that good in Unity in this time. So this is gonna be a blast from the past because I haven't opened this project since November, I think, since the last update. So let's go. Okay, shit, it hasn't been. I may have to wait for a while. So this is just a side note to make things clearer about the voxel. So this is a pixel and this is a voxel. So pixel is basically 2D and voxel is basically 3D. So a voxel is a 3D equivalent of a 2D pixel. Got that? Okay. Onwards. Okay, now we have the project. It's very long to load, and now let's go. So in making my games, I use Unity because it is the most user-friendly and it has the most options. It has the most options to work around to. Basically, Unity gave me the freedom to create my games and to code them. So I am accustomed to this program and I really like this program. So let's continue. So yeah, as you can see here, this is basically the 3D model that I have created. And in making this game, because I have no experience yet, I followed the tutorial of I think it's N3K EN. He is a very good Unity YouTuber that does tutorials. And basically, Beep Beep is like an infinite runner like Subway Surfer. And I just followed the tutorial on generating the levels so that I may not be confused about programming. Yeah, here is the N3K EN. He's a very good YouTuber, so you should follow him if you want to learn more about Unity and programming in general. Basically, I have this model first, and then I first created the plane. So these objects, as you can see here, these objects are the level and that is being generated. So these are the scenes that you can see So these are the objects that are generated while you are playing the game. So here you can see obstacles and then the buildings, and here's more obstacles and more buildings, and it is basically different in every tile. So these tiles are these planes. These planes are like a jigsaw puzzle that is being connected while you're playing the game, so that the gameplay will not be redundant and it will be different every time. So first, these are the red jeepneys. These are basically the main enemy in this game, so you have to dodge between them so that you may not die. Okay, I'm just going to test the level here. Okay, so as you can see, the jeep here is going to avoid these obstacles. Yeah, that is basically the whole game. And then you collect those jackets for extra points, and then you have the money there so you can buy other jeepneys. Okay, so you may have a grasp of the game now. Okay, so I'm gonna crash. Okay, so this is just a revive system that I have created so that you have a choice to revive your character or not. So I'm just gonna know. Okay, so there, that's the whole game. The planes are like jigsaw puzzles that are randomly generated throughout the level, as you can see when I am playing. Here we go. So this is a money. So it only has a collider which detects if the jeep has collided with the money. So here's the money, and that the only thing that it does is add 1 to your current money in the game. So in this game I have created power-ups in the latest updates, so I have to explain them all. So I have the speed power-up. So this speed power-up just lessens the speed of the jeep and makes it that the gameplay will be slow, because as the game progresses, the difficulty becomes harder and the speed of the jeep becomes higher. So this just slow down things. And then next you have the shield here. So the shield acts as a temporary shield, I think so, for 3 seconds, so that any collision with any objects will be nullified and it will not result in a game over. So next, here is a multiplier. So what the multiplier does is multiply the score. Yes, multiply the score of the jeep as it progresses. So that is all of the power-ups that I have implemented on the newest release of this game. So you may notice that these buildings have a funny animation. So I just created a animation for the buildings that goes like this. So here I'm gonna show the building animation. So I just created these buildings and their animation is like an equalizer, so it just goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So these are the visuals that you could look at while this game. So I just made this stop sign. Also, all of this stuff I created in Magica Voxel, like the stop sign. So this is the example of the stop sign, and yeah, that is the stop sign. I just created this so that I created the stop sign so that players will not cheat and just go to here to the side of the jeepneys, and they will not progress and find the cheat code. Actually, as one of my testers is testing the game, he used this cheat, or should I say exploit. So I created the stop signs so to stop the players from cheating in the game. So yeah, that's basically the whole premise of the game. When I created this game, I have to find a way to have the players unlock something. So I created the garage so the players could buy different type of jeepneys and different skins for the jeepneys. So here it is. So it has, oh my god, so I have created many designs so that the players could buy many designs. So it has a price range like 650, 600, 500, and all of that shit. Okay, so every item in the shop I have created here in Magical Voxel. So I just use the main base model of the jeepney and then paint them one by one into different skins. So here is it all. So there are 30 models all in all in the shop. There are 30 jeeps that you can unlock. So that is all for the assets, and then let's move on to the code. So please excuse me because I haven't visited this code since like 8 months, so I don't know what to expect. Okay, this is quite a handful. Shit. Okay, this is too much to explain, so I'm just going to explain it part by part. So I'm just going to explain the essential parts of this program and how it works, so that you may have a general idea without overcomplicating stuff. So this just checks if your hand is in the left or right position of the screen so that it may move from left to right. So this moves it to the positive, so it moves it to the right, and then this code moves it to the left if the screen is touching either the left side or the right side of the screen. So yeah, next. So to control all of this, I'm just using a character controller, which is part of Unity, that makes it easy to move the characters inside the program. So all of this is the collision, and it detects if you are colliding with an enemy and a building. So if you are collided with an enemy or a building, it results a game over. And then if you are collided with a jacket, it means that you have to add 100 points to your score. And then here it is, a money. If you are collided with a money, that means that you have to add money to your current money. Okay, so now next, this on trigger enter, these are all the power-ups that I have used in this program. So this shield, this is the shield, so it is a part of the timer. Okay, so if you're collided with this object, it just trigger a lot of things in the code, so that the immunity, it just makes that if you are collided with an enemy object, you will not die. Okay, so next is the slowdown. So it just decreases the speed, the overall speed. So I will show that in a moment. And then the multiplier, it just doubles the score. So it just multiplies the score into 2. Okay, now next. So this is how the object moves forward. So I have a variable here which is called speed. So let me elaborate. So variables in programming are created so that it may be a storage for changing values. So basically, a variable is just a part of the code that stores values. The forward movement of the jeep is caused by the variable which is speed, and then speed is added over time so that the game will be much more faster. And as speed increases, the score also increases. So here is that code here, over here. So there. So the text objects are just a display so that the player may see the value of the speed and the value of the score which is in the game. So that is basically the main gist of the code. In gameplay wise, that is the thing that powers it. This is the part of the code that randomly generates the terrain. So I have all of this stuff. So long story short, this generates the terrain that you will see on the game. So as you can see, the examples that I brought earlier, so this individual tiles is basically what the program used to generate the terrain. So it's just procedurally generating new terrain for you to progress into. So I think that is basically the main code of the game that I have used without overcomplicating stuff. A quick side note here, I'm not going to explain the whole process of the coding here on this video because it is quite technical. It is hard to digest in. Just so you know, Unity runs on C# code and it is a powerful language to use. So this is the part of the video where I update the game and put the final changes that I want to put on the program. So this part improves the game much more before I make the trailer into the end of the video. So that's all, see you in a bit. So now I have updated the game and I want you to see all of the changes that I made. So the changes in the game that I made is more on the visuals to make it look more stunning and more fun to play. So here you go. So you first notice I included the new splash screen that I have created for the game. And then here's the major change. So I have created so that the enemies in the game emit smoke particles, so to make it look like they are moving and more alive. And then I included a trail behind the jeep so that the player might see the movement of the jeep. So that is the major changes that I have created and other minor changes for the performance of the game. So I'm gonna play for a bit. Okay. So that is the update that I have created for Beep Beep, and the update will be live later on this day, so make sure to check on that. Beep Beep has now become less of a game and more of an integral part of V games because it is the game that started it all, and it is the first game that made me familiar with game development for mobile using Unity and for Google Play. So that is all, and later this day I will do the preview of Beep Beep that will be live and that will be shown on Google Play. So that's all for the video, and I hope you learned something, and of course, as always, this is Juan signing out.